Uncle Rodz TV. Uncle Rodz TV. Uncle Rodz TV. Like and subscribe and hit the comment section. Uncle Rodz TV. Uncle Rodz TV. Uncle Rodz TV. Like and subscribe and hit the comment section. Uncle Rodz is real, no frotting round here. Like and subscribe, hit the notification. Uncle Rodz is real, no frotting round here. Stay connected and hit the notification. Uncle Rodz is in his Liverpool t-shirt, ready for questions and your opinions. Just another stream. Uncle Rodz is in his Liverpool t-shirt, ready for questions and your opinions. Just another stream. Uncle Rodz TV. Uncle Rodz TV. Uncle Rodz TV. Like and subscribe and hit the comment section. Uncle Rodz TV. Uncle Rodz TV. Uncle Rodz TV. Like and subscribe and hit the comment.
Yes, people. Yes, people. Good night, good afternoon, good morning, depending of what part of the world that you guys are at. Do you know what I mean? So, welcome back to the channel. And listen, I've got my learner friend in the building as well, and we're gonna have a chat about, what is going on in Liverpool, how Arne Slot could potentially fix the situation. Do you know what I mean? And we're going to react to a video that's put out yesterday from You Never Walk Alone Rodz TV, and he was saying a lot of interesting things, so we're going to react to that as well. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and yeah, where we go. Kopfather, how are you, sir?
Doing all right, man. Doing all right. Doing good. Doing better than Liverpool.
Okay. We have got Rodz, fragrant Roth. We have got Slot Ball in the building. He said, "Yo, big up, Uncle." He says, "What made you support Liverpool, and what was the year? What year was it?" All right. I started supporting Liverpool. Right. 1986. But I used to watch them before, do you know what I mean? But when you're talking about properly supporting Liverpool, let's say for 86 onwards, you know what I mean? But I actually remember watching sort of like a quarter-final game in 1977 against Saint Etienne, you know what I mean? I've got vague memories of it, do you know what I mean? Because I would have been like 8 years old. You know what I mean? So properly supporting probably 86. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
what about you, sir?
as soon as I was born, they put me in a Liverpool shirt as soon as I was born. So the whole family supports Liverpool. So as soon as I was born, they threw me in one. So that would have been 88. Didn't make any choice.
Yes. Yo, Fragrance Nerd 99. Big up, bless up, one love, big up. Make sure you smack the like button and hit the subscribe button. If you have not yet subscribed yet, do not leave without hitting the subscribe button. Yo, big up, bless up, one love, and yeah, man, keep it locked, man. Keep it locked. Fragrant Nerd 99. Big up, bless up, one love.
Ravi's in the building.
We've got some new people so far. Read this one out first, please, mate.
Yes. Big up, lads. Sunderland, the fake Geordies, Wednesday. Let's see if Khan slots a win like the 2p machine in Penny Arcades.
Penny Arcade, man. That's a Penny Arcade, Read that one first, mate.
You don't look a day over 30. That's for you, Rodz, not me.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. You're too kind. You're too kind. Too kind. 1991 for me. This is Ravi. Saw John Barnes and the man like Mark Wright, Fowler. You know how we roll. Yeah, big up, bless up.
Yeah, I wasn't able to watch football in 1991. I was a bit young.
Is that Mr. Joshi?
Mr. Joshy J.
Yeah,
Raid.
yeah,
Thank you, my
Mr.
friend.
Joshi.
Welcome to the channel.
Yeah, welcome to the channel, sir, Mr. Joshi Jed. He said, Jay. He says, Mr. Joshi J. Reed. Big up, bless up, one love, and make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button. Do not leave without doing that. You know what I mean? I won't have you here. Do you miss Diaz? He got a hat trick and won 2 pens yesterday. I do.
The wrong left winger left.
I do. Because say what you want to we want to say about, like, you know, Luis Diaz, because obviously he wanted to leave and this and that, right? He wanted to leave from about a few seasons ago. Told he couldn't leave, and you know what? He just buckled down, and got on with it. He buckled down, and got on. He gave us 2 more good years. You know what I mean? One thing about Luis Diaz, and you know, you can ask Cal this as well, because he would say the same thing. One thing about Luis Diaz, once he put on that Liverpool t-shirt, he gave you 100% commitment.
He did.
Moan, he just got on with it. He hard work. And to be honest, at the day, right, you know, Diaz at the day, right, not Diaz, Nunes, Darwin Nunes, might have not been the best player, yeah, but I tell you what, and then he gave you 100% effort when he's on the pitch. I'm telling you, do you know what I mean? He just gave it to you. So yeah, I do miss Diaz.
I do miss Diaz, yeah. The wrong left winger left, in my opinion.
Yeah. What's it? What are your thoughts on Galatasaray? Osman, would you want him at Liverpool? I don't know, you know, Fragrant Nerd. I don't know. I don't know.
Where would he play?
No, listen. I mean, you can never have too much options in attack. You can never have that too much. Yeah, but I just don't think in the day, like playing in the Serie A all those times there, and then obviously going to sort of like Galatasaray. I don't think that's crediting enough to come to Liverpool. You know what I mean? Because when I look at sort of Serie A, it's much more slower league. Yeah, it's a much more slower league.
Mm-hmm.
That and Galatasaray, same. You know what I mean? Yeah. However, Chiesa's come from sort of like, you know, the Serie A, and he's done well. You know, whenever he gets a chance to do well, do you know what I mean? Yeah. I do think if we change the manager, that he'll get more, you know, he'll get more chances. Maybe that's what Cage is hanging on for. He's probably hanging on for sort of like them to change the manager. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm 50-50 on Osimhen. Put it that way, I'm 50-50. 50. What's your thoughts on him?
I think it's too much of a prima donna. It's like an Mbappe type, isn't he? If he's not happy, you'll know about it. I don't want to play like that.
Yeah, that is another thing. That is one. Read out this one for us, mate.
I'm already subbed, mate. Watching you for a while now. Big up, man. Big up.
Yeah, bless up, man. Bless up for that, man. Bless up. Joshy, I know him, a sound man, United fan, knows a lot of crew. Yeah, big up, Joshy. Big up.
Good, man.
Bless up. Listen, I don't care what team a guy supports. Obviously, he's in the chat. I don't care. Long as if they come in here with respect and all that, and we can have a decent conversation, you are welcome on this channel. Even though you're a Man United fan, you could be a Man United fan, you could be a Chelsea fan, you could be you could be a Millwall fan. If you can come in here and obviously show respect and have a decent conversation, you're always gonna be welcome on my channel. Always. Do you know what I mean? Mr. Josh says there, big up Ravi, mate. Yep. We need a move direct winger like Gapper, but not a straight up left winger.
So what we're saying is that we think that Gakpo is actually a 10. He's not a left winger. He's more of a 10. That's where Klopp used to play him because he figured that out straight away.
Yeah. Can you read for this chat while just pop downstairs and get something? Yeah.
Yeah, man, I can do it. Yeah. So that's Josh Yo from Ravi. Mr. Joshy says, "How are you, Ravi, mate? Hope you're good." And Dicko's in the building. Big up, Ant. That Ian Doyle from Echo comparing Slot to Paisley, insanity. Please tell me you didn't. Please tell me he didn't compare Slot to Paisley. I didn't even not have the privilege of watching Paisley, but I know for a fact that this guy is not a Paisley type. No way. Ravi says, "Good Josh, you." Slotball says, "Could say the same with Ekatike, and he's been brilliant. Came from not a great league." You could, but I don't think Ekatike is like a prima donna. I always get that feeling with Osman that he's more of a "it's all about me" type player. Do you really want a player like that playing for us? Plus the wages he's going to demand as well. He probably wouldn't come to us anyway, because unlike most clubs, when you come to Liverpool, you've got to earn your wages, which is probably better anyway. Joshy says, "Ravi, very good, mate." Luke Hankinson, welcome, mate. How are you guys? We're fine, mate. Thank you for asking. Hope you're good yourself. Ravi says, "Josh, if Rodz has the link pinned one day, you should join, man." Yeah, definitely you should. 100%. We love chatting away. Joshy said, "Slot sitting back against Man City at 1-0 is madness. Klopp would have never done that. He would have gone for the second goal to finish them off." Now, isn't that the biggest difference between the two? Is one is content with 1-0, and the other one just wanted you to keep running and get that next goal. At some point, though, don't the players know how to play the Klopp style? And instead of listening to Slot, don't they just revert back to the style they already know? Put themselves back in a 4-3-3 and play their own game? At what point do we stop blaming the manager and just say to the players, you know how Klopp used to play? A lot of you have been around for long enough. So if you're not happy with his tactics, then revert back to the tactics you're actually used to. At some point, you've got to just take it on the chin and say, well, just do it that way then. Ravi says, "Question, how do you change the shape of the attack if it's not working through the game?" And that's one thing as well. He's not willing to change the attack. So again, it's on the players on the pitch. Maneuver yourselves in a way that you feel comfortable with, and don't play the way that the manager's put you in. If you're not comfortable with it, don't play like that. What we're seeing at the moment is they seem to be ignoring his instructions. So if you're ignoring his instructions, then ignore his formation. Take it as far as you want. All he can do is set up the team, but it's up to the players on the pitch how they play. Because all he can do is shout at you. You can't do anything. When you're on that pitch, you can't do anything. You can't run onto the pitch and drag it off. It doesn't work like that. Luke says, "I think we lose to Sunderland on Wednesday." I think we draw, to be honest with you. Probably a 0-0 or maybe a 1-1 or something silly like that. Slotball says, "Do you feel like Ekatike has a healthy arrogance about him? He's got this confidence I love." He does, but I wouldn't call it arrogance. I wouldn't call it that. I wouldn't call it arrogance, but he does play away. The only game I've not seen him play well in is the City game, but that's the kind of game I want him to play well in. So I'm not best pleased, because it's all right him turning up for the smaller teams, but we're going to be playing bigger teams when we're going for finals. We're not going to be playing small teams. Sometimes you might get a couple like Newcastle in the Carabao Cup, but mostly we're playing big teams. So I expect him to turn up against City. Right?
Another thing as well is like I suppose if you look at it, he cannot be expected to play great in every game. There are going to be some games that sort of like that he doesn't play great in. Because I agree, I like him to play great in every game, no matter what game it is, play great. But I know that's not achievable. There are going to be some games where even the fact that that game you specifically want to play well, there are going to be some games in there that he doesn't play well. So not really bother too much. You know what I mean? Read this on that first, mate.
I feel like we give Sunderland their first home loss this season.
Ooh,
we're capable.
Yeah, you know what? Even they
don't get me wrong, but will we?
Yeah, but that's
turning up.
But that's the sort of thing that's the sort of thing that Slot will do. Do you know what I mean? That's the sort of thing that Slot will do.
As long as it doesn't say our tactics in the press conference, we'll be all right.
Yeah,
I love you guys. Thanks for the shout out. What do you think will
no
be
problem.
expected from Liverpool in the Champions League and the Premier League? Would you think top four isn't fine considering the situation we're in? No. Top four is never a goal for Liverpool. Top five is never a goal for Liverpool. We've been reduced to this because of this piss poor excuse for a manager. This bald fraud, as we call him.
I mean, I can understand what Fragrant was saying. He's saying, he said, look, you know, on the broad scheme of things, we haven't had a good season. So if we do get top four, would you consider it as like a good season? I would, but that's not to say it. And they will. That's the only that's what we reduced to, and that's what sort of like we're all about. Do you understand what I'm getting at? Do you know what I mean?
I would just say,
call
it a good season.
Yeah, I would call it a good season, considering what the sort of season we've had. Because remember, we got 6 wins in September. 6 wins in September. That is just like horrendous. So I get what Fragrance is saying.
Is that not self-inflicted though, because of the poor way we were playing?
Well, it all resorts back to the head coach, my friend. That's what I always say. It always resorts back to the head coach because he puts the players out there. He puts he implements the tactics. He tells them how they want to, the way he wants to play. Do you know what I mean? Because sometimes at the day it's very hard. It's very hard at the day to go against the grain at the day of what sort of like of what the manager says to do. You know what I mean? Because obviously of the fear of retribution. You feel me? But like, listen, the buck stops with Arne Slot. I'm afraid the buck stops with you. You know what I mean? Yeah, read this one out for us, mate.
Said Slot would do what Paisley done in '81, finish 8th, win the European Cup. No, we're not finishing 8th. We're not finishing 8th.
Hey, bro, yeah. I'll be honest with you. If we finish 8th, but we won the Champions League, yeah, I would take that, but not him.
They wouldn't keep him.
Yeah,
they wouldn't be able to justify keeping him.
Yeah. I would take that, but I wouldn't keep him.
I'll take 7, but you fuck off.
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
On the right wing, thoughts how we can stay combative in the side with who we have on the right side in general. I've mentioned this a few times, haven't I, Rodz?
Yeah.
That we're never ever looking for a right wing cover. It's always that left wing that we never seem to be able to get anyone to narrow it down. And anyone to actually cover it. That left wing, we just buy left wingers all the time. We really do. How many times have we bought a right winger as cover? Harvey Elliott couldn't get a game so much he had to be converted into a midfielder. Because this Salah does never ever get substituted for a right winger for a cover. That's supposed to be Chiesa's position, if I'm not mistaken, isn't he supposed to be a right winger?
Yeah.
He's never played there.
You know what it is as well, right? What I feel is if Klopp was here, I know we always go back to Klopp, but if Klopp was here, Harvey Elliott's getting games. If Klopp was here, Elliott, there's no way Harvey Elliott's going to be Aston Villa. He will not. I mean,
no chance.
And I say this again, there is what's that for word? There's an agenda to rip up all the good works of what Jurgen Klopp has done.
They said that in the roundtable. They said the way Klopp was going, we decided to go in another direction. Well, no, don't go in another direction because that was the direction we were heading in, which is to be successful.
Yeah.
Do you think Slot will be sacked if we lose on Wednesday? I can only hope. But no. I don't think he gets sacked until we're out of the Champions League, if I'm going to be honest. If I'm going to be honest, I don't think he gets sacked until we've actually got... Until we're knocked out of the Champions League, I don't think he gets sacked. As soon as we're knocked out of the Champions League and there's no chance he can make Champions League football next season, he'll get sacked, my opinion.
Big up, Luke, yeah. I mean, wishful thinking that like they would say like, fuck it, let's pull the plug. Wishful thinking, but something tells me that, you know what I mean, something tells me that probably they won't do it. Something tells me they won't do it. We can only hope. Luke. Go on, brother.
Get your opinions, thoughts, and questions in respectfully. Thank you, Ravi. Cheers, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Appreciate that.
Go for it, boy.
Who would you say the worst signing this season so far, apart from Isaac? I wouldn't say Isaac's a bad signing. I wouldn't
No,
say
he's gonna. Yeah. Isaac is gonna come. He's gonna come. He's gonna come very good next season because with Isaac, you have to give him You have to give him his due because he never had a pre-season and he hadn't played football for a long time. So he's always going to be in a situation where he's catching up, constantly playing catch up. Now I think next season and then when he's going to be able to have a pre-season, and you know what I mean, there's not no catching up to do. You know what I mean. So and to be honest, I don't think we signed any bad players. It was just that we didn't sign enough players. If you understand what I mean, you know.
We didn't sign centre backs.
Yeah, because like the fullbacks that we got, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the fullbacks. I'm happy with Frimpong. I'm happy with Kirkes. You know what I mean? Although Frimpong his injury record is, it's a bit leaves a lot to be desired. It is worrying. But Kirkes is coming on very good. You know what I mean? Yeah. And to be fair, when Frimpong does play, and he does play well. So our attack with Wirtz, Ekitike, and Isaac. As I said with Isaac, he will come good next season. Do you know what I mean? And hopefully that ball fraud is not here, so he'll come good next season. And then Wirtz, and he's been good so far. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, he's just getting into the swing of it, and you know how the Liverpool way of playing.
I do wish he put his laces through the ball, though. I'm sick of
that's
foots. He needs to learn. Put your laces through it.
Well, he has done it once or twice, hasn't he? Because it's got some
and when he does, he scores. So there you go.
Well, there you go. You know what I mean? You're right.
We tried to place it against Donnarumma, who's like a bloody man mountain in the next, like 6'5".
Now just bang it, mate. Against Donnarumma, against people like Donnarumma, you have to bang it. You just have to bang it.
Even McAllister, any other goalkeeper, that's going in, but not Donnarumma because you
got to bang it, mate. You got to bang it. Then you got sort of like Ekitike, which is being very good. So I don't think we signed any bad players.
I don't think we've signed any bad players. No, Isaac, I'm not having that he's bad because his last game for Liverpool, he scored a striker's goal. Yeah. Wirtz set him up and he put it through. It's not his fault that Van de Ven went through him and broke his leg. That's not his fault. He was playing catch up and he just got to match fitness, and Van de Ven obviously injured him. It is what it is. It's football. I don't think he intentionally done that. I think he just tried to put his whole body in the way and just ended up scissoring him. It's not like a Pickford on Van Dijk. That's all I'll say. I need us to play like we did versus Newcastle. Never back down like Rodz, mate. Steven Seagal. Do you want Slot to stay if we miraculously win the Champions League? No.
No. Hell no. Hell to the no.
No.
Hell to no.
Right. The players we signed, and I've said this before, say it again. The players we signed was not put there to win the Champions League. It's supposed to be and the Champions League, not just the Champions League. That's all well and good, but we're not regressing in the league to win the Champions League. We're not doing that. That's what we did under the Benitez. We're not doing that. We're not doing that crap again. We're not going through all that again. I see more Champions Leagues than I see in Premier League titles going up. Because I've seen a Champions League, then another Champions League, then a Prem, and then another Prem. So Champions League is what I've kind of got used to, as doing well in Europe and not doing well in the league. I don't want to go back to that. I want a bit of reverse now. I want to see the same dominance Rod's seen. Rabbi says, the thing that isn't good is we ain't consistent at winning our battles in games.
That's true.
This is something we've also picked up on as well, Rods. We've also said they're looking sluggish in midfield. Yeah. They're not getting to the first balls. They don't seem to be able to get to that first ball. They always look like they're absolutely knackered in our midfield, which is starting to get worrisome now because you shouldn't be doing that now. Yeah. Would you be happy with Luis Enrique in the summer? He's my dream manager for us to bring in.
I would be happy with that. I would be. But does he come?
Depends. Does he have any character?
Does he come? I don't know.
Does he have any character? because that's what Liverpool manager needs to have as a character.
You know what is that if he's winning games and bringing us trophies, leagues, Champions League, I'm not really bothered about his thing. If Slot is here next season, then I'm either taking a break from football. I get that because I might do him as well, or I'm going on loan to Barcelona next season. No, that ain't it. Even if we win the Champions League, I would still get rid of Slot. That's come from Paul Smith. Luke Hankinson says, why it won't get any better.
That's the point.
Do you know what I mean? Ant Dicko says Paisley won 6 league titles, 3 Champions Leagues, and 20 honours, all in comparison to Slot. It is wild. And the fact of the day, he won that all in 9 years.
Yeah, he did.
All in 9 years. 20 honours in 9 years.
That's a manager.
Slotball says, what I mean by bad signings, I meant bad start so far. I mean, okay. Well, you could probably say Isak, because he hasn't really had a good start.
You could argue Wirtz at the beginning. You could argue Wirtz, but he's soon kicked in.
Yeah. So, yes, say Wirtz and Isak. Mr. Joshi says, to be honest, I thought Isak was starting to find his form before the injury. Such bad luck for him. That's true. Bradley is worrying. It might be harsh, but if he gets injured, he might have to be sold. I agree with that.
He's a good backup. Yeah. I'll give him that. He's not a starter. Bradley's not a starter. He's a good backup.
Yeah, I agree with that. Ravi says Kirkus bringing back the 18 to 30 singles. Get out of it. Stop that. Slotball said, I can't lie. Donnarumma would be Alisson's dream replacement. Oh, yeah, that would be. Yeah, that would be.
I have to agree, yeah.
Yeah. Or that guy from Madrid, the Belgian guy from Real Madrid.
Black.
No, Real Madrid.
Oh, Real Madrid.
Yeah, the guy plays in Real Madrid, goalkeeper.
I can't remember his name now.
The Belgian guy. He's a Belgian guy. Oh, I can't remember. He would be ideal. The Newcastle fans was so rattled when he smirked when Ekitike scored against Newcastle. Yeah. Question for our current way we play in games. When is it reasonable to make subs or least think we need to make a change like Michael Jackson? You know, what you said about that?
When's the right time to make changes? Depending on the game, because sometimes you can Klopp used to make changes at the 60th minute. Sometimes, depending on if the game was getting away from him or he had to score a goal, you've got to be able to do man management. If you're going to throw it up, I'd say closer to 70 minutes. You want to make a sub closer to 70 minutes, probably. All
right. The guy I was thinking about is Courtois.
Yeah, Courtois.
Courtois from Belgium. If Slot's here next season, I'm going on Love Island. Don't watch the football next season. Love Island, you know. Do you think Isak scores against Newcastle next season? Do you think he celebrates? Yes, he would.
He celebrates by machine gunning everyone.
Yeah. Michael Chelsea at LFC. Big up, Michael. Love and respect. Big up, Kopfather, Uncle Rodz, mate. Sorry to hear about your dad. Thank you, mate. Thank you for that. No, I really appreciate that. I really, really appreciate that, my bro. Really appreciate it. Love and respect for that, my friend. Love. See, this is what I'm talking about. I don't care what fan you are, anything like. If you come in there with respect and like we have decent conversation, especially if we put stuff like that, you're welcome anytime. You are welcome anytime. Thank you for that, mate. Thank you for your kind words, my friend.
The only one that's ever come in here and tried to do anything was Dylan, the Leeds fan. But he got absolutely roasted in the chat.
He got fucking hammered, didn't he? All right, let's have a look at this video here. We're going to react to it, yeah? Right.
place now. 1, Manchester City 2. Another defeat, more points dropped, and we are now losing sight of the top 4. We're 5 points from 4th place now, and we're 4 points adrift of 5th place. And it's 6 points so far in 6 league games in 2026. We're level on points with Brentford, and we're 2 points clear of Everton. And we've now lost 4 games this season after the 90th minute mark. That's the joint most in Premier League history in any given season, along with Watford, West Ham, Wolves and Southampton. And it was Man City's first double over us in the league for 89 years. And it was the first time in Premier League history that we've lost a game at Anfield that we were winning with only 10 minutes left on the clock. Now, if you're looking only at the small picture, you could look at this as a decent 35 minutes in that second half and say we were unlucky to lose. Or you can look at the big picture and the reality of the fact that it is now 6 wins in 20 league games, which is a 30% win rate across the last 20 league games. Now, before I get into the themes of why we lost today, I just want to get this out the way early. It was another game dominated by refereeing decisions. This time, it was Craig Pawson, who shows once again why the PGMOL is the worst refereeing body in the world.
Right, I'll stop it right there. Your thoughts so far?
Everything you said is facts. I don't want to disagree with anything he's just said. It's exactly the same way. If you're looking at it in isolation, you're going to say Liverpool played well for 35 minutes and they should have won that. They should have won the match. But if you look at the bigger picture, we had no chance of winning that game because we don't have the mentality to keep a 1-0. That's the problem.
I've put the guy's link in the chat. You know what I mean? So please click on that link and like and subscribe to his channel because he's very, very good. He's very good. He's You Never Walk Away on Red's channel. He's very, very good. His analysis is like superb. So please go and show him some support in the day. And when you go over there, you say it in the day that Uncle Ross sent you. Do you know what I mean? Yeah? Uncle Ross has recommended you. So yeah, I mean, it is facts, and plus as well, you know what I mean. What he's saying about Craig Pawson and they is very true, very true. If you don't mind answering what happened to your dad, he passed away sadly. He was ill for a while. No, I don't mind telling because I've said it before. He'd been ill for a long time, and he was diabetic. He had that for a number of years, and as of late, he picked up vascular dementia. Do you know what I mean? He picked that up, and that was a result of him going blind, totally blind. Do you know what I mean? So it was pretty rough towards the end, but you know, he was sick for quite a long time, and that Pacific weekend, because he passed away on the 12th of January. It's nearly a month ago now. That Pacific weekend, he was very, very ill. Do you know what I mean? And I now realize that he was dying. So yeah, he passed away sadly. So he's not with us anymore. And yeah, he was ill for a long time. But yeah, I don't mind talking about it now, really, because it's like it gets a bit more easier to talk about. Do you know what I mean? Especially share it with people that are genuinely interested. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's what it was for my dear late father. You know what I mean?
Great man.
And, there was a couple of weeks ago I couldn't talk about it without not bursting in tears. Do you know what I mean? Why is there nobody in chat? Oh, see, he's just there's nobody there at the minute. Big up Michael Chelsea NFC. Sorry, I forgot to set the redirect up. at the end of my stream. Oh, have you got a channel? Have you got a channel, Mr. Joshy J? If you got a channel, if you got a channel, put it in the chat, and I will subscribe to it. I will subscribe to your channel.
I'll subscribe to it as well.
I will subscribe. So put your channel in the chat, my friend. Please do. Or anybody else that's got his channel. Question, thoughts on Ramsey playing right back? I am excited for his chance, but will we see Jones there instead, weakening our midfield? Yes, and yes again.
Yes, unfortunately.
Yes again. Michael, Chelsea fan, Chelsea LFC, not Chelsea LFC, Chelsea FC said, been watching a while, guys. Got to say, great intros at the start of the stream. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
You know,
sir.
he's from the West Ham channel. He's from Tony's channel.
Is he?
That's one of the ones we spoke to.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yes, I remember now.
We confirmed it further down.
Yeah, I remember now. Yes.
Yeah, man.
Big up, bless up.
I'm in his house, apparently.
Huh?
I'm in his house, apparently.
Yeah, I know, innit? A lovely guy. Big up, Rodz. Hope you and the family are doing well, and hope your family is good. And
yeah, man, we're all good. Thank you. Cheers, Ravi.
Yeah.
Good, my friend.
Morning, Josh. That's no problem, mate. Yeah, I know he is now. Yeah, and that's on my chat. And then was I think Michael is the lad from Tony's West Ham channel. Big up, yeah, big up, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, good. Yeah. Oh, pleased to see you there, mate. Pleased to see you there. Respect, Michael. I thought it was good. Can't wait for the presser conference later. Bets on PSG being mentioned. Josh, he knows Sunshine FC and Northside and their mans. Big up, man.
Sound.
Big up. We have the same house, Kopfather. Yeah, I remember.
Big up, Michael. Big up.
Michael, put your channel in the chat. Yeah, put your channel in the chat, and I'll subscribe to it. Cause I'm not sure if I subscribed yet. Also, Joshy J, put your channel in the chat. Cause I want to subscribe to your channel.
Yeah, man. Put your channels in the chat.
Yeah. Liverpool need to be like Terminator 2. Yeah, facts.
Judgment Day.
Right. Let's get into this again.
Salah was through and had his shirt pulled. His shirt pulled enough that he gave a yellow card. So the offence was given. Salah had a goal scoring opportunity if he does not get pulled back. That is a red card.
Yep.
Not saying he was going to score. Might have skied it. But it would have been a goal scoring opportunity because none of their players were getting back at him. And that was another decision that goes the way of Manchester City. Now, there was also the penalty incident. There was the red card debacle at the end. There were also a multitude of times when Man City, which is something they always do, when they lose the ball, they pull you back. And he booked one for doing it. And then he had two other occasions when they did exactly the same thing and he didn't book them. Now, am I going to say that Craig Pawson lost us this game? No. He might have had a hell of an impact on it had he sent Gahey off for that. But there were bigger reasons, more reasons to do with us why we didn't win that game. And that's what I'm going to get into now. Not giving those PGMOL wankers any more oxygen. So let's talk about
Oxygen thief.
He's doing my one, isn't he? Oxygen thief.
Yeah, oxygen thief. Where was I?
Just subscribe to the guys.
Oh, you put your channel in there?
Yeah, his channel. Ravi put his channel in there, yeah. Okay. Josh is the bottom one, and you'll recognise you straight away. I've seen it straight away. I recognise you straight away.
I need to
go give these guys a subscribe as well, guys, in the chat.
Let me look at my phone. I can probably do it from my phone in chat on my phone. Right? Hold up a minute, yeah? Hold up a minute. I want to subscribe to these guys' channels. Uncle Rodz TV. All right. So, all right. Good. Let me click on that. Right. I'm going to subscribe. I subscribe to Josh's one now. I subscribe to Josh's one. Yeah. Come on, move, innit? Oh. So my chat. 1 second. Move. Josh's one. And let me subscribe to Mike's one as well. Yep. Yeah, man. Listen, make sure. I'm gonna get him on my. I'm gonna get him on there one time. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get him on there one time. Give him some support. You know what I mean? I'm all about that. You know, I'm all about that, supporting people. What I need to do is right from here. Start from here. Yeah. Right. So it's good. Wankers, you know. It's true what he's saying, though. It is true what he's saying.
100%.
It is true what he's saying.
He's not pulling any punches.
And a slot.
Sorry?
He's not pulling any punches. I was just saying it like it is.
Yeah.
He sent Gahey off for that, but there were bigger reasons, more reasons to do with us why we didn't win that game, and that's what I'm going to get into now. Not giving those PGMOL wankers any more oxygen. So let's talk about us. Arne Slot started with the same 11 who started against Newcastle. I knew he was going to do it, and I knew it wasn't going to work. And I said it in the pre-game, and I said it in my Facebook group before the ball was kicked, because the team lacks balance. That 11, that starts, lacks balance. Newcastle exposed it, and Man City were definitely going to expose it. And so it was. Having McAllister and Gravenberch together, but with basically what you could call a front four, it's completely imbalanced. You've got no midfield cover. You've got no midfield legs. You've got no midfield steel. You've got Wirtz trying to come back a bit to try and help out. But the structure is all wrong. You've got Gakpo on one side, Salah on the other side, hogging the wings, and the midfield is completely porous. And I'm going to get into that in a little bit more detail.
You know, man. Oh, you know, preach, brother. Preach, innit? Preach.
Everything he said there is facts. Honest, everything he said there is absolute facts.
But the thing is about anything, I don't know why fucking Slot can't see that. Why can't he see it? And they having Szoboszlai at right back and having a midfield like what they got, yeah, right? How can't he see it that the team is unbalanced?
Because he doesn't want to.
This guy, it's just
It's the only reason I can think of. It's the only reason.
In a minute. But here's the overall themes as to why we lost this game. Number one, the first half approach. I said in the pre-game, we had to go at this Man City team from the off, take the game to them, rattle them, bully them, get them out of their tippy-tappy comfort zone. And we did none of it. This was almost a replica of the Newcastle first half, minus the magic up top of Wirtz and Ekitike, who turned the game around with a couple of moments of magic. The result was, with a possession-based team like Man City, they had 61% of the ball. We had 39% possession, and City dominated us throughout the first half. And the shot count in that first half was 10-3 in favour of City and 3-0 in terms of shots on target. That was the most shots on goal an opposition team has had at Anfield since Opta records began. And we got away with 0-0, not because we did anything special, but because City failed to make their dominance count. And let's not overlook the fact as well that was yet another half of football at home, at Anfield, without a single shot on target in which we were dominated by the opposition. It's around 14 or 15 games this season now where we have failed to score a first half goal. This is the stuff I'm talking about when I say we've got to look at the big picture. Number two, and this is the big one, and this goes hand in hand really with point number one, but Szoboszlai at right back with Gakpo and Salah out wide. I've talked about this setup time and again, And we've lost games this season in a multitude of different ways. And every one of them, you can make excuses or reasons for the defeat. Today, for example, you could say we were unlucky. We failed to take our chances. You can even say that we were the better team for 30, 35 minutes of the second half. But again, you've got to look at the big picture. We didn't score a goal from open play again today. And we had less shots and less shots on goal than Man City. We had 5 shots on target again today. That's in keeping with our average this season of around 4.5 shots on target per game. And it takes you 3.2 shots on target on average to score a goal. And we scored 1 goal. Man City had 7 shots on target and he scored twice. But I want you to consider this because this is really important. We have lost 10 games this season across all competitions. Gakpo and Salah have started together in 7 of them. In another one of the defeats, they both played the entire second half and Salah played the entire 90 minutes. But the important point really is that of the 10 defeats, we've lost 7 of them when Salah and Gakpo have started together. Now, you might say this is too simplistic, but the entire time Salah was at AFCON and Gakpo got injured, we didn't lose a game. Salah's been back now for a few games. We've lost 2 of them. Now, you'll probably accuse me, some of you will, I know some of you will accuse me of having it in for Gakpo and Salah, but it's not that. It is not that at all. I don't have it in for any player. I'm just looking at the facts, right? And there are reasons for this. Gakpo and Salah are posing little to no threat as an attacking force, and neither are defensively adequate. They neither stop a team from playing from out from the back, nor do they track back. And they both make it so easy for the respective left backs and right backs to just mark them out of the game. At the same time, Ekitike is doubled up in the middle and he's isolated by himself. And it doesn't work. It is not creative. It is not fast. Hence why we have so few shots on target and hence why we score so few goals in first half of games. You add into that, Gakpo has no relationship whatsoever with Kerkez. They play like absolute strangers and did again today, by the way. And you know what? Go back and have a look. Have a look at the times when Kerkez is in their half and take a look at the relationship with Gakpo. It is absolutely non-existent. There was one time that Kerkez actually stopped, looked up and put his hands up as if to say, what am I supposed to do with this ball? And then you've got Salah on the other side who offers no defensive cover to the right back. And we've got a midfielder as a right back. So it's Szoboszlai at right back with Macher and Gravenberch as midfield anchors and with Salah and Gakpo as 2 of the front 3. It just doesn't work. It hasn't worked all season and it didn't work again today and it won't work next time either. We are just as likely to lose a game as we are to win a game with this starting 11. I'm just going to put up this to just show exactly where Man City won this game today. That just shows you the amount of space that Man City had to walk through our midfield and get at our defence. Hence the reason that they had 17 shots on goal today at Anfield. So let's get onto the Dominic Szoboszlai at right back thing. City must have been absolutely thrilled. Now, Dominic Szoboszlai is a very decent right back and he gives it his all. But why does City equalise? Because he is not positionally disciplined in that role and he gets caught 1 yard behind the rest of the defence for Silva to nip in and score. And it's not his fault because he's not a right back and it takes years and years of learning the positional side of the game. And why is he sent off? Because he's the last man and he makes the wrong decision pulling back Haaland. And why is he the last man? Because he's playing right back. And now we lose him for the next game. Now, Szoboszlai was probably, once again, our man of the match. So this is not on him. I'm not blaming him in the slightest. The point is that playing him there, and I keep saying it, does not improve the back line. It weakens the midfield and it severely reduces our ability to create chances from midfield. And why did we score? Because Dominic Szoboszlai has one of the best shots in football and he scores from a free kick. But the rest of the game, he's stuck at right back.
Yeah.
Number 3, mentality. After scoring in the 74th minute, We failed to capitalise on it. And as the game wore on, we became more and more cautious, sat deeper and deeper, and handed the initiative back to Man City. And with them needing to take more and more risks, what did we do? We sat deep. City, not great at the back anyway, were further exposed because they had to push up more, and we didn't exploit it whatsoever. Slot didn't make a single substitution until the 85th minute after they'd equalised, putting Jones on for the anonymous Gakpo, who got himself another 85 minutes in this game. Salah, of course, played the whole 90 minutes as well. Slot then made another substitution in the 94th minute by giving Chiesa no time at all, again, at the end of a game, to try and salvage something. With City 1-0 down in the 84th minute, surely there was a need for fresh legs and fresh impetus and fresh threat to the Man City backline. City had to push forward. They had to. They needed to score 2 goals in 6 minutes. So why not bring on speed and legs? Why not bring on Engamoa and Chiesa to hit them on the break? Bodo Glimt did this to perfection when they battered Man City the other week. Man United did it to them, and even Spurs did it to them last week, and we didn't. And we needed to play on that weak mentality and go for that killer second goal, and we didn't. Instead, our mentality, the manager's mentality, was to hold on to what we had. And as has happened so many times this season, it was our own mental fragility that was exposed yet again. And I know you can say, oh, if only Alisson hadn't, blah, blah, blah. But those if only incidents keep happening. And you know why? Because the ball is in our half, not in the opposition's half, as we're approaching the last portion of the game. We should be on the front foot trying to win that game. I said in the pre-game, the best form of defence is attack. And we should have been pinning them back. But we didn't. We allowed them to come at us. And this is a City team that will always score goals if you allow them to come at you. And I know I'm going to hear this. We were the better team for half an hour. We were unlucky in that second half. But that means that we weren't the better team for an hour of that game. And that's why we lost the game. And here's the worrying part. I don't know how this changes now. I don't know what Arne Slot does next. We play Sunderland midweek, and I think he will start again with Salah and Gakpo as the wide men. And it will almost certainly be a struggle against a team that hasn't lost a home game this season. And there are so many questions about this Liverpool team at the moment, from the starting 11 to the tactical setup, to the playing of out-of-form players, to the balance, to the substitutions that are made, to the time of the substitutions. And here's my big worry. I don't see Arne Slot having any of the answers. So do me a favour, let me know what you think. What, if anything, am I missing here? Because I see the problems. I think they're glaringly evident, but I don't see a manager coming up with any solutions. And that's been the case for the majority of this season. Anyway, with that, I think it's back to me sick beds and get ready for the next game in midweek against Sunderland. You'll never walk alone. Cheers. All the best. Ta-ra for now.
Nothing I disagree with. He hit the nail on the head. He went through every single thing, and he can see the game the same way me and you do.
Yeah. That's the thing about it.
Me and you have mentioned a couple of times about Gakpo and Salah that it just doesn't work because they don't track back. Yeah. But when Szoboszlai and Wirtz were playing on the left and the right, we were more balanced. We had more in midfield. Ekitike was allowed to just score goals, and the midfield was covered with McAllister, Wirtz, Szoboszlai, and Gravenberch. We had all four in the midfield at the same time. That's what we're missing, because when he showed that picture, I'm just like, that's why I seen Wirtz in the middle by himself. Now it makes sense, because Gravenberch and McAllister will be back there, and them three will be up there. So Wirtz has basically the midfield all on his own. No wonder we're always getting outrun in the midfield when you look at it like that. 4-2-3-1 does not work with this current team. Doesn't work. So if the formation doesn't work, you need to try something else. You need to have 4 midfielders. That's what you need to have. You don't have 4 backs at the moment, right? We don't. So why are you trying to shoot someone into fullback, why don't you just go to a back three and flood the midfield?
The thing is right. What the guy was saying today is true. He doesn't feel that sort of like slot can change it around. He doesn't feel it. I don't feel the slot can.
I don't think he can.
I just don't think he's got the know-how, because what it is, that's why Klopp always played a 4-3-3, because when he played a 4-3-3, when certain players that were fit, you know what I mean, that were doing it for you, you always had legs in midfield.
Yeah.
That midfield that they was industrious, because he knows, Klopp knows, right? Yeah, Klopp has come from that school of thought at the day, right? You control the midfield, when you win the game. Games are won and lost in midfield. I'm telling you, yeah. And like with all this thing, one thing that talk about with Szoboszlai and they playing Szoboszlai right back, it doesn't work. It does not work, because you lose. Because the thing is about you're losing so much, right? Szoboszlai at right back, you lose some. He just explained it there. How much things that you're missing in your team, and because you're putting one player out of position. Do you know what I mean?
You're weakening your midfield.
You're losing, for one. You're losing like a proper right back's positioning in a right back. Yeah. You're also losing the energy from midfield, because you're just taking somebody out at the day that is prolific in midfield and putting on as right back. Do you understand what I'm saying? Those are the two things at the day that should be apparent to Arlie Top to say, well, look, no, don't do that. One of the things this is what I'm saying. One of the things that he should have done yesterday, right, is this, right? When he scored at the day, that should have been, excuse me, that should have been the decision at the day to say, right, Ramsey on, yeah, McAllister off, Szoboszlai go back into midfield.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? We don't need you there anymore. You've done what you need to do there now. We don't need you in there now. We're going to put Ramsey in there, and maybe at the end of the day, right, with a more stable midfield, yeah, maybe that would have been the cover at the end of the day of what Ramsey would have needed or could have needed if the situation arose. But no, you never. You kept the day, right? Sort of like Szoboszlai right back. So then at the day, you never seized the initiative. As the man said, Man City and they have not been defensively good this season. Everybody knows that, yeah, right? You've gone 1-0 up. Now's your chance at them to sort of like, right, you know what, and we're gonna get at them and put like 4 or 5 past them. This is what we're gonna do. But if you sit back and think that, right, and offer up space, right, they're gonna take Man City is gonna take the piss out of you all day long. Look what happens with Bernardo Silva, one of the most guys I hate in the day, right? And I'll tell you why I hate him, but that's for another show. One of the guys I most hate in the day, right? Yeah. He's able to run through our defense at the end of the day, right? Run through our defense, right? And stick a foot out and it goes to the back end there. That's because at the end of the day, right? That is because at the end of the day, right? As a right back, yeah, what Szoboszlai is playing there, positionally, he wasn't positioned right because he's not a fucking right back.
And he's not a right back.
Exactly. And this is going to get us every single time. Every time at the day that Arnie Slot decides to play Szoboszlai as right back or Curtis Jones now as right back, because I still think he's going to play Curtis Jones as a right back. Right, I still think he's going to play Curtis Jones, right, as a right back, right? Every time he does that, every time you're going to lose something in midfield and the team's going to be unbalanced, and we're going to win the team. Because all the opposition has to do it today, right, is stay compact, yeah, and exploit the spaces that Liverpool's going to offer up, because there will be spaces. If the team's not balanced, there will be spaces. So, in what world at the end of the day does this guy, right, still keep his job? In what world does a board, like, because Michael Edwards, Richard Hood, they're part of the board. In what world do they think this is acceptable? Do you know what I mean? What world do they think this is acceptable?
I've
It's
said it
obvious
before.
they
I'll say it again.
it-
It's got to be the Champions League. That's the only thing I can think of at this
the
point.
thing is the thing is about it. If we're offering up so many spaces at the day in the Premiership, in our league at the day, what do you think is going to happen? And then when we come up against a good team in the Champions League, basically, and the teams that we played in the Champions League at the day, right? When you think about it, we were supposed to win. We was even supposed to win that the PSV game, but we got battered at home 4-1.
The
And
Galatasaray.
last season, yeah, right. Arsenal played PSV and PSV Eindhoven, right, and they took the piss out of them, something like 6 or 7-0 on aggregate. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, right. But we got battered at Anfield 4-1.
Yep.
Right. So really and truly, in the day, right, if it's not things that he's doing, if it's not working in the league at the day, it's only a matter of time at the day in the Champions League now before he gets unstuck. He's gonna get unstuck. Do you know what I mean? Seriously. Let's say he comes up against a sort of Bayern Munich in the day, right? Yeah. A Bayern Munich in the day. And he's 1 goal up in the day and he's playing Curtis Jones as right back, yeah, right? And like somebody scores a goal and I think that, right? Yeah. And he still keeps Curtis Jones a right back and sits deep. We're fucked. With the firepower that they've got, Luis Diaz, what's the other one? That was that French guy called Eze. Eze.
No, Elise. Michael Elise.
Michael Elise. Do you know what I mean?
Harry Kane. Loves a goal against Liverpool.
Yeah, there's so much players that they got, and they Ubamecano's still out injured, isn't he? No, but they got so many good players in there. They just take the piss out of us.
Yep.
Especially at the Allianz Arena. They ain't joking with us at the Allianz Arena, bro.
Nah, don't be daft.
They ain't playing with us, bro. I'm telling you, you know what I mean? So, yeah, over to you. Like, it's like we got Dumb and Dumber at the helm.
We do.
Do you know what I mean? Because what it is, and what this tells me at the end of the day, right, is Michael Evans at the right. He's an FSG man, right? He's got to be an FSG man through and through, right? And he's not even bothered about what happens with Liverpool. As long as he can make put this way, as long as he's getting paid as a CEO, because he's running shit now. You know that, don't you, Michael Evans?
Yeah,
he's running shit now, right? As long as he's getting paid at the end of the day, right, and he's doing what FSG says to do, he don't care about the club. He can't. If he's still got this guy, involved. Because anybody in the day, I'm not being funny, anybody in the day, right? Anybody with a brain at the end of the day would have said, like, you know what, the day, yeah, we're gonna pull the trigger. We're pulling the trigger now, and yeah, we're pulling the trigger, and you know what I mean. We're gonna get in an interim manager, even though it's Gerrard at the end of the day, right? Gerrard to the end of the season. There's somebody you can get at the end of the day, right? Yeah, in and around Liverpool at the end of the day that you can put in at the end of the day, right? Till the end of the season and then like obviously then we get Alonso to come in at the end of the season.
Yeah,
there's somebody round the Liverpool around Liverpool structure that you can put in. Even if you get like the under 23s coach to come up and I think that to the end of the season.
Yeah.
Even if you do that, get the under 23 coach to come up to the end of the season and day, right? And then at the end of the season, when Alonso comes in, right? Yeah. He goes back down to sort of like being the under 23s coach. Do you know what I mean? It's got to be something there. Nobody could tell me any different. Anybody, listen, this guy in the day is abysmal. Yeah. And I said this from the beginning, right? And I'm so glad I'm getting vindicated now. Because I said this from the beginning and that this guy in the day, right, is not for Liverpool.
No.
Yeah, final. Yeah, let him just stay with final, the Eredivisie and of that is fine. But this is Liverpool. This is Liverpool, and this is something different, my friend. It's something different in there. You cannot tell me in the day the standards at Liverpool is the same standards in the, at Feyenoord or like Ajax or PSV Eindhoven. It's just not the same.
No.
Do you know what I mean? So why we got a guy at the end of the day that is at our club at the end of the day that's Eredivisie standard at the end of the day, after having one of the best managers at the end of the day, right? That any team can have. Do you know how many teams at the end of the day that was after Jurgen Klopp?
Even United.
So many teams were after him. Man United wanted him, right? Arsenal wanted him. That's just two top teams at the in the Premiership and that wanted Jurgen Klopp. But no, he chose to come to Liverpool. He saw the dream there. He saw the dream at Liverpool and they, right? He saw a dream and he came to Liverpool and they, right? And he turned us into he turned us from mini maestro, yeah, right, into juggernauts.
Yeah.
He took over the 9 years. He turned us into a juggernaut.
He woke up the giant, and now they're putting him back to sleep.
Yeah, that was crushing everything inside. And now you mugged him up so much for that he said, you know what, I ain't dealing with you guys anymore. I'm gone. Yeah? And now you got this guy in. This guy and they is supposed to be the truth. And other than you looking for another head coach or trying to sort out interim manager, and it's like you're putting that PR bollocks out. You know what I mean? I agree with it. It could have been made at the name. That PR thing could have been made a while ago, right? Right? That makes it even worse because you still chose to put it out.
That makes it 10 times worse. And that was my point yesterday.
He still chose to put it out. And what you could have done at the day, he said, look, you know what I mean? Nah, we're not going to put out that episode. We'll put out some other episodes. You know what I mean? We'll make another episode. We're not going to put out that episode because it's not right to put it out now. You feel me?
It was PR. Because everything's going bad now. They threw it out as PR. We're behind Slot. We're behind the manager. And we're just like, well, we're seeing straight through that.
Yeah, but don't put that out now because even if for argument's sake, you're behind Slot, right? Well, that means that you're just as bad as him.
Yeah.
You're just as bad as him. You know what I mean? You haven't got a clue. You're just as bad as him, and if it's not. So if you're just as bad as like Arne Slot, right? Yeah, and the whole structure would probably just as bad as Arne Slot. Well, then sell it to the Saudis. Then I'd rather be state owned than United States owned.
True.
Seriously, I would rather because you're not being funny. And when you're states owned and everything that, right? Say what you say what everyone to say about the Saudis and this and that, right? But you know what it's about them? They get shit done.
They get results.
They get shit done. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. You think at the day that they will stand for all that?
No.
Do you think at the day they will stand for sort of like having sort of like Richard Hughes at the day, Michael Edwards at the day, sort of like not only sort literally stealing a living. They're stealing a living, bro.
Yes, they are.
They're stealing a living at our expense, right? If you've got the Saudis there, if the Saudis were in there, the Saudis are saying, nah, not on my watch, bro. Do one. You do one. Richard Hughes, do one. Arnott, do one. And they'll go and get another CEO, and they'll go and get another sporting director, and they'll go and get a manager. They'll even go and right, and get Alonso. And tell Alonso at the day, say, look, at the end of the day, right, come in now, yeah.
This is your pre-season.
Yeah. Finish where you finish. You finish where you finish. We don't really mind if you don't get in the Champions League or Europa Cup or whatever. Just finish where you can finish, yeah. And then what is it today? In summer, restructure starts. You know, what I mean? Restructure starts. Any player that you want, you're gonna get.
Yeah.
No matter how big and how small, you're gonna get. Do you know what I mean? We're behind you 100%. Pause. You understand?
Yeah, man.
This is how these Saudis roll, you know. They may be unethical with certain things, but this is how they roll. But no, what we've got at this present stage, we are owned by the United States of America. Yeah? You might as well say so, right? We have got these guys at the day, they've got the fingers in each and other pies, yeah? They got the fingers, right? So they cannot concentrate on one thing.
No.
at the time, because it was only a couple of years ago the Boston Red Sox and they were cursing them and there because there wasn't enough investment in the club, yeah, and like people, Liverpool fans goes, does that remind you of anything?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, right? So they cannot concentrate on one thing, yeah. So what they have to do and everything, that right? They have to give a bag of excuses. They have to put on this PR. They have to try and fool us like we're idiots. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, right. And when they do spend a whole heap of money, yeah, the time that they spend a whole heap of money, right? Because at the end they ain't been spending money like that before. And before, when they spend a whole heap of money, they leave out things. You know what I mean? And if you ask them today, well, do they care? Well, no, they don't. They don't care. They're willing to plod along and do what they're doing. Do you understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? These people, these people and they, right, are sort of like different from the Saudis and they, right? They're different because these people and they, right, the States people from the States, they're capitalists.
Yeah.
They want to make money, make money, make money. The Saudis already got the money, so what they do want is success. They want their product. They want their product to be successful.
Yep.
Man City's the same. Man City and they've got the money to make money. We got money, man. Where if I make money? What happened to you? Yeah. So all they want for Man City is to be successful.
Yeah.
But these guys at the end of the day, right? These guys, they don't care at the end of the day, right? They don't care about success. All they care about is making money. You understand what I'm saying? As long as they can make back certain money at the end of the day of what they put in. Because if you look at if you look at it in the day, right? You know what I mean? One of the reasons why they're keeping Arne Slot is because of the fact that they see him doing reasonably well in the Champions League in the day, right? And what does the Champions League bring? Champions League brings money. So they're just keeping him there to see how far he gets in the Champions League. Do you know what I mean? These people at the day are charlatans. Let me tell you, they are charlatans and they care nothing about Liverpool Football Club. They will take us down. They will take us down. If we don't get rid of FSG and everything that, right, they will take us down.
Yep.
And before they take us down and everything that, I will just stop watching football completely.
Don't blame you.
Not that I would stop stop watching Liverpool. I'll just stop watching football completely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll just do that. Because I feel at the end of the day, if they keep Arne Slot on this summer, I'll tell you now and then, I'll tell you guys now and then, you won't see me next season if Arne Slot's here. You won't see me. I'll be doing something. I'll be doing podcasts, isn't that right? But it'll be something else. You know what I mean? Something different. I won't be doing football content because the only football content that I do is Liverpool. I don't do any other content because I don't watch any other team really, to be honest. So this is my team I support. This is the team I watch. So I don't do that. I do that. That's what I do. But if Arne Slot is here next season and they miss me out. Because I dread at the day where we're going to get to this season. We could, at this rate, and we could be in the Europa Conference League.
Oh no.
We could be in the Europa Conference League. Now, being in the Europa Cup at the day, right, is bad enough. Yeah, being in the Europa Cup is bad enough. But the way we're going at the day, because all of a sudden at the day, if you look at a situation, yeah, we look at the situation. Man United, let me just do something. Yeah, I'm gonna do something. Listen, bear with me. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Right, here you go. Right, okay. Right, I'm gonna put this up. Yeah, I'm gonna share the screen. Okay. Let me share this. Give me a moment. I'll share the screen. Right. Come on, you mess. You mess. All right. Can you see that?
Yep.
Right. Can you see that? Right. At the moment and day, we are in 6th place on 39 points. We're level points in the day with Brentford. We're level points with Brentford. I think what it is, we've scored more goals. We score more. I think we score more goals against. No, we're level goals, isn't we? Yeah, we're level. No, we score more goals than them. Right, goals for is 40. 40. Says here 40 goals for, and they got 39. So we got more goals than them. Yeah, our goal difference is, you know what I mean? It's better than them. That's the only reason we're above them. Yeah, right. Look where Man United is. Right,
Yeah.
Man United that was in the fucking mud, that was in the mud and everything. That yeah, everybody was laughing at them last season. Right, yeah. Everybody was laughing at Man United last season, and they gone to this season and they right. I mean, they beat us at our ground. Yeah, they literally beat us at our ground. It's easy. Slappy Maguire scores the winner. Yeah, and you know what I mean, right? They're on 44 points. There's 5 points ahead of us in fourth. Yeah, right. Aston Villa at the end of the day, Aston Villa are 47 points. So Aston Villa at the end of the day are 8 points in front of us.
Yep.
8 points in front of us, bro. Man City at the end of the day, right? Man City are 11 points, isn't it? Yeah, 11 points in front of us. 11 points in front of us. Arsenal are 17 points in front of us. Yes, there's 17 points in front of us.
17 points. That's
17
ridiculous.
points in front of us, right? Chelsea are 3 points in front of us. Right? So the way I see it, and we still got to pay Chelsea, and we still got to pay Man United. We still got to pay Aston Villa. And personally, I don't fancy our chances against those teams.
No.
You know what I mean? So if we lose on Wednesday, yeah. If we lose on Wednesday,
Sunderland leapfrog us.
Yeah, Sunderland will leapfrog us, isn't it? Sunderland will leapfrog us, and also Brentford will leapfrog them. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, right. So we can probably So what will happen on day? Sunderland, right? I'm 36 points. So Sunderland can go up to one of these places. Yes, say they go to here, yeah, right. Then what will happen on day, right? Who's Brentford got? Brentford's got Nottingham. No. What do they got? Full match schedule, right? Full match schedule. Brentford play Arsenal on Thursday. Right, so potentially they might win that or get a draw because they've been playing. Brentford have been playing well lately. Yeah. So let's go on the basis of the day that sort of like Brentford beat us. Yeah. Oh shit! Sorry. I need to go back to the table. All right. So let's go on the fact that Brentford do beat us, right? They can leapfrog us.
Yep.
They can leap, so then we'll go down to probably 8th. Yeah. If Everton win, who has Everton got? Everton's got Bournemouth at home. They could win that, bro. Yeah.
Yep.
They can leapfrog us as well, blood. So we can potentially go down to 8th place.
Yep.
8th or 9th place. We can potentially go down to that. You know what I mean? You know. So basically, if we're not going to get Champions League football, I'd rather be out of Europe completely.
Yep.
I'd rather finish 10th. Yeah, I'd rather finish 10th. I do not want to play Europa Cup or the Europa Conference League. Because you're playing Europa Cup, that means that every game that you play is on a Sunday. You know what I mean? It's Thursday, Sunday settings. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke business where we are. I don't see Arnie Slot at the end of the day, yeah, pulling it off.
I don't.
Do you know what I mean? Don't see the getting the consistency. We got battered at home at to Nottingham Forest, battered us at home 3-0, for fuck's sake. And look at, and where's Nottingham Forest now? Well, they're not in the top 12. They're 17th place, bro.
17th.
They're 17th place, my friend. They're just above the relegation. And they battered us this season. Leeds at the day took 4 points off us.
Mm-hmm.
And look where they are, 16th place. Do you know what I mean?
We're just about to escape Tottenham.
Palace beat us. Look where they are, 13th place. Bournemouth beat us. Look where they are, 11th place. Fulham got a draw against us.
Mm-hmm.
Look where they are. This is not good reading, my friend. It's not good reading, my friend.
Terrific.
Nobody can tell me at the end of the day this is good enough. Nobody can tell me at the end of the day, well, this is what we should what we wanted. Arnie Sock's the man. But yet you got that. I'm gonna call out his name because he's a fraud. Yeah, I'm gonna call out his name. I'm on business because he can't do me nothing. Yeah, Quasi Bowl TV.
Mm-hmm.
Even the one run up his mountain and for that, saying, hey, Arnie Sock is good. Arnie Sock is this. Arnie Sock is that. Arnie Sock is better than Klopp. Look where he is now.
Mm-hmm.
I told him already about Arnie Sock. Running his mouth. Telling me that Arnie Sock's better than Klopp. Then when I pulled him out about it a couple of months ago, about 2 months ago, when I pulled him out about it, and he said he never said that. Yes, he did, you liar. You liar. Dickhead. Sorry, but this people annoy me.
You got to be honest. If you've said it and you've been proven wrong, then you just get on with it. You've been proven wrong. Get on with it. Say I was wrong and move on.
I'm gonna read out somebody's chat before I go. Oh, that's good. This is good. Alles gut. Alles gut, mein Freund. Bit of German there, boy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Right. Let's read out somebody's chat before we go. Yeah. Go on, son. Get in there.
Right, so that's a YouTube link from Michael Chelsea. I've personally just subscribed to his channel, so guys, subscribe to his channel. There's Josh's channel as well. Subscribe to that. Roger moaned the week before about the referees as well, but that's because the referees are poor. We all know that.
Yeah. Yeah. I've always said that about the referees. Poor.
You should know their names. Michael Chelsea says, thanks, Ravi. Just started short videos on channel, so yeah, I'm back on YouTube, mate. Well, welcome back, mate. And your shorts, I'll look at them when I get time.
Yeah, I would definitely as well. Yeah.
Ravi says, respect, lads. Big up. Thank you, Ravi. Cheers, buddy. Ravi says, versus Sunderland, can we at least put Chiesa and Rio on earlier? Yeah, we should be.
Should we start with them?
I'd start.
You know what he's going to probably do? You know he's going to probably play Engamars right back.
Oh God, no! Why would he do that?
He'll probably do that. I'm going to put past him.
If he puts anyone at right back, he'd be bloody Chiesa.
Rodz, can you please follow?
I already have. Thank you for that.
Yeah, we already done that. Facts. He is right in the video. Yeah, he is. Agreed. Luke Hankinson agrees.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Teams used to dread coming to Anfield. Now they come nice and relaxed, gone from a fortress. Excuse me, what was hiccups, man? Fortress to nothing. Luke says, want your Liverpool team for Wednesday.
We'll do that tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow. Definitely, I'm going to do a match reaction tomorrow. A match preview, sorry. Fragrance Nerd 99 said, who would you want as a coach instead of Slot, and who would you rather? I think it's right back
For round of 16.
Oh, right, round of 16. Couldn't see
Galatasaray.
Galatasaray or Juventus. Galatasaray considered our last experience with them in Turkey. Juventus. I'd rather Juventus.
Okay. I'd rather Galatasaray.
No, I think we smashed them. Juventus. Europa League next season could very well be
Negate.
Negatively impact our league season. Yeah. Gonna have to use Europa League for the squad players till semi-final next season.
I'm not going in Europa League.
Peak right there, boy.
I don't want Europa League. I don't want conference.
It is peak right there, bro.
Because there's no benefit. There's no benefit to both of those.
Yeah, it's peak. I'm telling you, it's peak. Okay, guys. Gonna make a move now. Okay, I'll be back tomorrow at the same time with the match preview for our game on Wednesday night. So join me for that. Join me and Kopfather for that tomorrow.
Should be fun picking the right back.
I'm putting Ngamo there, man. That's what he's gonna do. Innit?
Don't put Nkabo there.
Nah,
Don't put that in the atmosphere.
he's gonna do that, man.
I know he is, but don't put it in the atmosphere.
You know, Ngamo. Who else are you gonna put? You put
I think I put Endo there myself.
no, you could probably put Ekatike there.
Oh, for God's sake, no, Ekatike. Not Ekatike, man. That's too far.
you know settings, but I wouldn't put past this bold fraud. You know what I mean?
Oh, he is.
Oh God, this is this one, man. Yeah. All right, then. Guys, love and respect. Big up to all the new people that was in the chat today. You know, big
Yeah,
some
man.
new people. Do not leave without hitting the like and subscribe and hit that notification button. And excuse me, on that note, I will see you guys very, very soon. Peace out.
Slot out.
Yeah.